Yes, as we always say right here on Entertainment Thursday, Thursday is the new Friday and the DJ is taking no chances whatsoever, taking us back to the days when our music was just sounding like our music. I'm not saying like right now our music is not sounding like ours, but he's just taking us back to those times and it's feeling so nostalgic. Now let's get into our conversation of the day. I had mentioned earlier that we are going to be talking about mental health. To be specific, we are trying to break the silence on mental health, specifically in the creative and arts industry. And joining me are gentlemen. Only right to have an all-gentlemen panel because I mean June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, so it was only right for us to have the gentlemen come in, and they're gentlemen in the creative space, in the art space, and I will allow them to actually introduce themselves and let us know what exactly they do in this amazing space that is the creative world. We have Samuel, we have Jerry, we have Onjiri, and we have Aliwa. I will allow them to give themselves a proper introduction. So beginning with you, Samuel.
So, hi, I'm Samuel Lichamo. I'm a mental health advocate, film producer, actor, and a casting director. Yes.
Welcome to the show.
All right.
Jerry.
My name is Jerry Mukua Sakwa. I am an actor, event MC, host, and a full-time filmmaker. I'm also a recovering addict, celebrating 1 year, 6 months, and 12 days.
Oh, wow. Congratulations and welcome to the show. Onjiri.
Peter Umokanga, jina ya mchezo ni Onjiri. Odenken pakamburanya tegi ngatu mapelo komi wanyewe ni berbero tada si tada ogwe kitolo. I'm an actor, a comedian,
Please,
a
you
producer.
can't just say all that alafu tuambie maisha. Your friend imenipita na nataka kujua.
Hiyo inaitwa nini? Park walk. Ya, ni kujisifu. Ya, ile kwa Wajaluo tukifanya hivyo watu wasa kujua umefika.
Okay.
Yes.
Your name has betrayed you, so it's fine. Hi.
I am an actor, producer, director, and also a recovering alcoholic.
Oh,
yes.
Welcome to the show.
Almost 2 years now.
Almost 2 weeks.
2 years.
Oh, hey, you should not do that. 2 weeks also. Yeah.
1 day.
Amazing. Aliwa.
My name is Aliwa David, HNC. I'm an actor, a gospel musician, a producer, director, of course screen and stage, and of course here in KBC, I'm the prosecutor on Vioja Mahakamani. Yes, and I run a group of young people called Theatre Arts Ensemble.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us and for being open to speak about this conversation that is usually very heavy for men to talk about. And speaking about heavy, let me begin with asking you this heavy question because I know it's a heavy one for you guys. When did you last cry? Aliwa, let me begin with you.
Apart from tear gas.
Sio ya tear gas. Kulia tu.
A while back. Maybe either a month ago or something. But yeah.
A month ago. All right. Onjiri, when's the last time you cried?
I think it was like 2 years for now venye cha pombe. The first 1 month.
Ulikrai kwa sababu
kuna siku manzi usingizi imekataa. Nimeanza kulala 9 PM. Nimelala nikaona usingizi nikaota nikaanguka ndani ya mashimo kuamka ni 9:15. Ai, usingizi haikuji. Na natetemeka na feel ile nataka nini kunywa na nidu. Yes. Yeah. That night I cried.
So 2 years ago is the last time you cried?
Yes.
Hata tia gas haijakulilisha bado?
Hapana, hiyo si tunaiangalia hivi. Tunajua tu mali tunatoka tumezoea.
But mine, I think it's a week. Someone sent me an inbox, a parent that their son is struggling with weed, and I remembered my mom. So mi ulia by the mimi naweza lia. Huyu hadi niliwahi toroka kwa
sababu ya lines.
Na nikatoroka set. And it's something by then nilikuja kujua nikiwa rehab why I cry a lot. Ni kitu nilisikuwa najua mbona but nilikuja nikajua. Yeah, so me I cry. Yeah. I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm sad, I cry when I'm emotional. Kitu inaweza happen niko like God amenitoa hapa. Then uone tu kama chozi.
Hakuna antibiotics ya vitu kaya.
But that's really nice. You know, it's good to just show your emotions kwa sababu saa zingine we bottle them up so much. Sasa ikikuja kulipuka inakuja kulipuka in a very different style. So yeah, crying.
Kama hizo si vitu za wanaume.
Kitambo nilikuwa naogopa but nilijua iko sawa. That's my way of letting it out. So
Amazing.
yeah, it's okay.
Amazing. Samuel.
So, trying to remember.
Really?
The last Ellen I remember like cried properly was 2021. I think after I lost my mother. So, alafu juzi, I think 2 or 3 months ago when I was doing I was training some actors on certain aspects. So, the psychology of acting. So we had to tap into triggers, things that trigger us. So yeah, it was quite emotional for me for that. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, at least we know you gentlemen cry. At least. Hata kama wengine ni kitambo sana, but at least you do cry. All right, let's start it off. Let's start this conversation on mental health specifically in the creative space. What would you say are some of the challenges, mental health challenges to be specific, in that creative space? What are some of the challenges that you get to deal with as creatives? Any one of you can just take that.
Maybe if I would maybe be the first one to take on it.
Yeah.
Mostly money. Money is the issue. How do I pay my bills? How do I live? And maybe depending on also how people look at you. Kipata hiyo kitu kidogo kama celebu kwa Nigeria hapa. Kidogo tu hivi. Ujiri anakuambia. You know guys, I always tell my actors when I meet anyone, I tell you when you're an actor, the first guys to look at you is your parents, your classmates, your girlfriend, if you have one, and maybe any other person. But those come at 3 categories. They look at you and wonder why have you gone to this, because people don't look at this as a job as per now, as a job. But of course, most of us, and I salute the guys who are here, the panelists here, that most of us we've forced ourselves to make that area become a career. So one of the things one of the biggest bit here is how do I pay my bills? Who am I? How am I explaining myself to people? Your mother or your father will tell you, if another friend of your mother akuja home aulize, where is Luchema? Huyu kijana ameenda kufanya michezo. Some of the things that we seriously deal with them as actors or as guys in the creative industry.
And maybe I can add on that it is one of the careers that you are known before you make money. So you start living a lie. Because utajulikana kwanza na yet hauna pesa. So hiyo kukosa pesa, sasa unaanza kuishika uongo. Watu wanashanga, kwani Jerry upanda matatu? Na anashindanga tunamwonanga huyu jamaa si yako kwa adverts. Mbona anapanda matatu? So unaanza kujifinya utumie Uber. Yet you cannot afford an Uber. Just in reality.
Yes, kusema kwa hiyo is the expectations ya watu.
Yeah.
Mimi
I feel
nakwambia
like artists, you're the people who actually have this pressure the most.
Yes.
Kwa sababu you're looked at as celebrities. So tuna assume tu awase wako na do.
My call me, anaweza ni call. Ujanilipa na nakuona kwa TV.
Exactly.
Na sometimes tulifanya 2 years back na ukalipo 2 years na pesa tailishanga. But hiyo nakuona saa hii.
One week later haukuwa nayo.
Yes. Yeah.
Kwanza hiyo ya ad, there's a time mimi nilifanya ad, then ad ikatoka like a month later kama si tushalipa, so pesa ishaisha
yote. But
sasa watu ndo wanaanza kuona, so hata ushago na wewe na kuona bwana kwa TV, si mnalipangwa kila saa ikionekana. So people think, hey, you have a lot of money. How comes unapita tu hata saa hii maybe nikionekana hivi nikitoka simu zinaweza
obvious.
Tumekuona KBC, si umelipwa saa hii.
Guest of honor.
So sasa inaleta hiyo pressure so you start living a lie.
Yeah.
And when you start lying to others, it extends, you start lying to yourself. Without knowing kabisa. So maisha yako inakuwa uongo, haujui kabisa. So you don't know how to deal with your finances. Alafu sasa ndio unaanza kuhepa kwa miadarati. So where now do I get help?
Kitu
kama sahau. Alafu sasa ukikunywa pia unataka udanganye unakunywa expensive.
Mimi sasa yangu
Exaggerate everything.
hawezi kunywa.
Mimi sasa yangu ilikuwa exercise. Mimi sikuwa naweza kuwa sober.
Yeah.
At any particular moment. Juu nikiamka nikutetemeka, so lazima nitoe lock the first thing. Nikilala niko nayo hapa chini ya kitanda. Hiyo ikiisha nimeamka saa 8 usiku.
Yeah.
Alafu sasa niko na kunywa anything.
Would you say the pressures of the industry is what got you into the addiction?
Yes.
Pressures.
Unajaribu kurun away from people kwa sababu unajua mazao wana expect a lot from me lakini sina. Yeah, so most of the time unapata watu na relate nao ni watu wako kwa ndani za changa. You understand?
Also pia kama mimi kitu iliniweka ni the courage, because mostly nikifanya events kwa MC ukisimama mbele ya watu si rahisi. Unajua jaribu kuchekesha watu hawacheki. Umerusha ya kwanza bado mtu anakuangalia ya pili. So to get the courage,
liquid courage.
So you're not training to entertain, you're drinking. So with the time unazoea.
So most mental health to me is frustration. The frustration you go through. So frustration, and then the demand, what people look, how people look at us, and what you want to be to them. So at the end of the day, you sink. And you sink with those things that me seem deadly. Guys look upon me, so I don't want to maybe reveal myself. Ama you kulia pia unasema why do you cry? And when you superstar, you call yourself a producer, director. How? So
Samuel, as a mental health advocate, I would love to know where that came from. When did you decide I want to be a mental health advocate? What was happening, or what drew you to that?
First, I started reading psychology books from class 8. When I was 8 years old. My late mom, my mom used to. She was a nurse. Yeah. She used to give me certain psychology books to read. I don't know why, but I got interested in the human mind. So if you're too, and then issues, family issues, childhood traumas, and then afterwards, like I think from later, I started now helping people who are going through depression and stuff like that, but chini ya maji, most of it. And then there's a lady that I helped on certain issues. Then she asked me, can't you now do it like publicly that you do this? So that's how I started doing it. Step by step.
And being someone who's in the creative space industry, how would you advise a creator or a creative rather to deal with the issues that you've just gotten to speak about? What's the best way to go about it?
First, look for a mentor. Look for counselors in one way or another, and accept yourself. Most people don't accept themselves. So if you don't accept yourself, then you want to prove a lot. Joy, you're just a human being like any other person. So whatever other people say, as much as the pressure is there, which is true, but just try not to think much about it. Because at the end of the day, they will talk to you, they'll talk about you whichever way. Either ukuna make pesa ama umake pesa bado utaongea vibaya. So you have to think, and this life is yours, not any other person's.
Now, substance abuse na alcohol is something that is very, I'd say, rampant when it comes to the creative world, because sometimes you're having events, alcohol is the way to go, ndio mtakunywa kwa events, and before knowing it now, you are succumbing to it. It's something that you can't survive without. As Onjiri was saying, hata siku ikianza ni kutetemeka tu, hawezi bila hiyo pombe. So do you get to notice when you are, languishing in this alcoholism or whatever substance it is that you're using?
Addiction is one of the disease. In fact, it's a disease. Mtu akiwa addict ni mgonjwa. It's not a curse ama ati ni mwenda wazimu. Unajua watu semanga ama unajifanya. It's a disease. So it's one of the disease that people notice it more than you notice it.
Everyone sees it.
Everyone sees it except you. That's why unasikia anasema the first thing is acceptance. That lazima uaccept mimi ni addict, because watu watakwambia wewe unakunywa pombe vibaya, but huwezi itikia, utasema mu control control. Sasa hizo unatetemeka
once in a blue moon. Let's say blue moon ni blue moon.
Mimi yangu najua
Njiri ungemwambia nini?
No, yangu hapa nasikia yangu hata nikwambie Utulu Kidai, my friend, may God rest his soul in peace. Jalangu aliniita. I remember kwa matanga akasema, Onjiri kuja hapa, nyinyi ndio wale wase. Najua mko kwa hii group ya kukunywa, acha pombe. Sikuacha. Rafiki yangu sasa Uchonjo. Yeah, I think ndio sasa alifanya hata sana acha pombe kabisa.
Yeah.
That time kila mtu alikuwa anasema Onjiri you are next. Jalangu alisema live akasema Onjiri tukiwa hapa candle lighting hapa Kenya National Theatre. Akasema Onjiri, the way we are going, you are the next one. At that particular moment bado mimi sikuwa naona. You understand? But there was a day I went and sat down. Nikaangalia what I've lost kwa sababu you lose jobs, you lose friendship. Mpaka family watu wanaogopa kushika simu yako, wanajua anatucall, anataka 200, anataka so. Mpaka unafika mpaka ulianza msanii nisaidie na thao, inafika place unaambia msee huwezi kupata 50 bob. Una understand?
Lies coming.
Yes. So kuna lies mingi. You even hurt the people that wanakupenda. Una understand? Your family members wanaanza kuogopa kushika simu zako. So unajua mtu akosa kushika simu yako na mafamilia yako, I think it sinks you even deeper. Watu siku hizo wameniacha nini. Mimi niko. Unajipeleka kwa deni, unajua tu nikiingia nikikaa mtu ataanza kubaia mbao, mwingine baia 20.
Na kuna marafiki wazuri kama wapo.
Hautaikosa. Jua najua pia wewe siku ile uko nayo, utakam buy. So ile time unalipwa, unapata kwa hiyo uko nayo. Uko na deni watu kama 100 na nani nibaia acha nibaie kwa sababu bado ni investing.
Alafu hizi lipa sana wewe ni mlevi hakuna haja.
Wow. And Aliwa, you've gotten to work with young people. You work with young people a lot. Just how do you, maybe, you know, from the generation that you, sisemi umezeeka, and I'm just speaking about the younger, Gen Z, let me say that. You know, as a millennial working with this younger generation, do you feel like they handle mental health in a better way than we used to, or millennials?
To me, I think you are a bit better. If Luchemi was very, I love it when the first time I heard Luchemi, I was so happy. It's a very different space, and you find that maybe most of the guys who be groupings, those kind of things, they don't really. We're stage, where would you enjoy?
Yeah.
Now to notice what these guys are going through, because that is art. Some of us even lakini mtu anacheka anafanya nini because it's art. You're told it's a make believe is a free spirit, just like maybe alcohol. You come to the arts, you do your thing, and then it ends. Me, I do travel in theater. Is one of the fun because you are traveling umesahau kila kitu. So when you get into knowing these people, you find that they are dealing with a lot of things. Talk about family. Some of them are coming from family where maybe there's a problem. It's fights and those kind of things. Some of them are dealing with drugs. When you talk to them, unapata hawajui pale pa kwenda. They don't have ways. Maybe because you look at millennials, mostly our parents had time to talk to us. Our parents, a bit of them had time to talk to us. Now we have another generation that they know. Ile ubaya yao ni wanajua. Tunajua. Na kujua unapata haujui. And that's what now mostly happens with Gen Z. They want to solve their own problems. They don't want to speak out. Just like Samuel said, and my good friends here, is that you need to speak out. So most of these guys, most of these Gen Zs don't speak out a lot.
Yeah.
But now to vent their whatever frustration, come as somebody like, those are the things I'm talking about. It's happening because these guys want to they feel the system. So what do we do? So I always say the guys who Samuel, a bit what they know, they to these spaces. But also we get and try to tell them this is the real thing about. I'll tell you, here will tell you the first industry. It's showbiz. tujioneshe. You don't care about 5 years, whatever years. Most of this, because of that, they are time they go to this without any papers. Verification mostly ni wewe when you have you can
ID to do
travel. So because of that, our job prepared like careers at I'm prepared the and then you mess up.
Add a little bit on alcohol. Most of the time that underlying the rehab don't major depression disorder. Bringing ilinia old in an anaweza lia unaona kwa aliwa ni was jamaa yangu ilifanya so any trigger take to line thing so watu
hiyo kulia unasikia kulia si ndio we're just doing that so leo so lines report
kwanza poa by then ali
anafika home
analia teremko na kwa mat nimepandia mat BS imagine naboleta mpaka BS nalia home analia nilienda nikabai mogo nikacha na kumbe mimi na suffer depression hakuna mse anajua hata home no one knows people don't know these things
depression si kama ati sijui it's inside
iko nje ati ameumia mguu so niko depressed trigger tu ndogo hivyo tu venye walinicheka inaamusha vitu zote zenye babu yangu aliniambia mama yangu so hiyo kulia si lines pekee so nimeamka yote
I think unaweza anzisha biashara Monas for hire but
we'll come back to get to continue with this conversation. Stay with us.
Looking to advertise on KBC? KBC announcement services are now available on eCitizen. Visit kbc.ecitizen.go.ke and fill out the online application form. It's simple. 1. Complete the form. 2. Upload required documents. 3. Receive a quotation based on word count. And 4. Get notified via SMS when your announcement is ready. Please note, clearly indicate the type of announcement, service station, and all relevant details. 2. All applications must be made online only. Manual submissions will not be accepted. And 3. Announcements will air after news bulletins. For assistance, reach us on email ecitizen@kbc.co.ke or use our social media handles, Facebook, your Facebook account, and X at your X account. Or you can call us on 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124. KBC announcements. Simple, fast, and digital.
Chania Chania
ili nanyi mfahamu bidii wanazotia.
Asante sana siku zote mwanangu, keti usikilize. Jamvi limetandikwa.
Sijiulize mbona tuko wengi jela na si ya hela, ni kukosa hela. Wengi wetu si kupenda, ni kukosa otherwise.
Serikali inapaswa kuweka na kutekeleza sheria zinazohusu uharibifu wa misitu, uchafuzi wa maji, hewa na ardhi.
Kila mwananchi anachangia katika uharibifu wa mazingira kama tunavyoona mitaani kwetu. Kwa mfano kataji wa miti ovyo ovyo na hivi kusababisha mabadiliko ya tabia nchi.
Zingatia silabi ama kitenzi cha silabi moja. Kuandika sentensi hii katika hali ya kutendewa. Wanafunzi, njooni. Nasemaje?
Wanafunzi walijiwa.
Hili ni aina ya shairi ambapo kuna mshororo mmoja huwa mfupi kuliko mishororo mingine katika ubeti.
Agalabu unakuwa ni mshororo.
Agalabu huwa mshororo wa mwisho ambao ni kibwagizo ama uwe mshororo wa kwanza.
They say the art without art would just be get it? We circumnavigate the globe and traverse the local scene to bring you art and culture at their very best. From fine art, culinary art, performing arts, and even cultural events, you name it, and we have got you covered. My name is Kevin Kasioki, and I will be serving you this and much, much more each and every Friday at 8 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Let us continue with this conversation as we wind up on it. Maybe just to get to know what brings about the silence. Because mara nyingi watu wa creative space wanaumia tu kama wamenyamaza. Mtu ako na shida zake lakini haongei. So what contributes to that silence?
Mostly I would say first ego. Most people don't want to accept whatever they're going through and stuff. Na taki nikisema watu watanionaje. So you try the best you can just to, you know, ujikaze. But you kujikaze, you still wallowing in pain. Because out of the pressures you get in society, there's also things that happen to you. A number of things happen to him in childhood. They always come to you. So you cannot escape them until you deal with them. So if you don't deal with them, itakuja when you're an adult. So you have to figure out how to deal with yourself and how to deal with the society out here.
All right. We need to wind up, and I would love for you to give us your final remarks, and specifically to a creative who may be watching us, an actor, a musician, someone in arts, you know, drawing, and everyone in the creative space. Someone who's watching us right now and is wallowing in whatever it is that they are struggling with right now. As a creative, speak to them.
Okay, me I would say one is, mine maybe might be harsh. Don't stop to heal. Heal on the go. Usisimame ati ndio upone ndio maisha iendelee. Wewe pona ukiendanga.
Okay. Mimi naweza patia advice Kenya ilifanya niwache. Wanasemanga God answers prayers. But there's one sure prayer that will always answer. Wake up at 3 a.m. Kaa kando ya kitanda yako hivi. Uliza tu Mungu, nini inakuanga shida yangu? Unasiwache God kujibu. Rudi ulale. Ukiamka na ujijibu truthfully, haitakuwa kitu rahisi kufanya. Jipatie 3 months kama utaona difference.
To me, I would say truthfulness, personal truthfulness, acceptance is a very important thing. Accept where you are, and because all of us have goals, you have a dream, you want to achieve that dream. Between you and that dream, this can be one of the things that everything you ever thought about. Get help. Come on, as a better place. Help. Get talk to. That is the, because if you don't talk out, they are that a big thing in the. Kama sina domu sema hata chuvi nitaomba jirani. Hawezi kuja kwa ndakuomba pesa, ndakuomba nichangie saa. Ruthless, open, be ruthless in accepting that and I need change for me to. And that's why I want Othwal, salute, Jerry. Because I've seen these guys, I've seen and I'm so happy. Yeah. Guys, and continue. Thank you so much.
Final remarks. Kuja na sahani yako empty.